Today's story is Sparky. He's a cute little sloth. You'll like him. I wanted a pet. A bird or a bunny or a trained seal. But my mom said no to the bird, no to the bunny, and no to the trained seal. Well, that would take a pool, wouldn't it? I asked her every day for a month until finally she said, you can have any pet you want as long as it doesn't need to be walked or bathed or fed. I made her promise. Is she gonna find an animal? I think you might know who she'll find. Then I went to the school librarian. Mrs. Kinklebaum, who knows everything in the world, pointed me to a volume of the Animal Encyclopedia. This is what I found. Sloth. Sloths have been known to sleep more than 16 hours a day. They sometimes hang upside down in trees, barely move for long periods of time. They survive eating leaves and drinking the dew that collects in them. It is said that sloths are the laziest animal in the world. That seems like a good pet, doesn't it? My sloth arrived by express mail. He was about the size of a medium-ish dog, with a flat nose and monkey face. My mother wasn't happy, but a promise is a promise. What a rascal. Sparky, I decided, that will be your name. I took him outside to his tree. Sparky went straight to sleep. I made a sign and put it under the tree. Guard sloth. Enter at your own peril. I like the fangs on that one. It was 2 days before I saw him awake. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of sleeping. He didn't know a lot of games, so I taught him some. We played King of the Mountain. I won! We played hide and seek, and I won! He doesn't move a whole lot, does he? Not quite like a dog. We played Kung Fu Fighter, and I won! We played Statue, and Sparky was very, very good. That weekend, Mary Potts came over to investigate. Let me show you what Mary Potts is like. This is a picture of her room. Excellence in permission slip compliance. Best fire drill liner upper. And most likely to chew closed-mouthed in the lunchroom. Well, that's very silly. Before she even took off her coat, Mary said, "Let me see your new pet." I had some worries, but I took her out to Sparky's tree. He opened his eyes and looked at us. Then he closed them again. I rubbed his belly, but it was too late. He stood there for a while. We stood there for a while watching him sleep. His fur ruffled gently in the breeze. What do you think he's gonna do? I feel sorry for you, Mary said. My cat can dance on her hind legs, and my parrot knows 20 words, including God and ice cream. Sparky knows tricks too, I told her, but she didn't believe me. Well, that's not very nice. The next day, I made a poster and nailed it to the tree outside Mary Potts' house. Trained sloth extravaganza, countless tricks to mystify you, just 7 days away. I hope the sloth knows the tricks. All week we trained in secret. Sometimes Sparky slept through practice and I had to poke him awake. Sometimes he forgot what he was doing and we had to start all over. Sometimes he took so long to fetch that I went inside and had dinner and waited for a while. I was starting to think that the poster had been a mistake, but a promise is a promise. On the day of the trained sloth extravaganza, my mother set up lawn chairs. 3 people came to see Sparky's perform. My mother, Mary Potts, and Mrs. Edwin, the crossing guard. Mrs. Edwin approved of Sparky because he never ran in the street. Do I look like a ringmaster? I asked my mother. You look very interesting, she told me. I think she looks great. I put a little glitter on Sparky just before the curtain went up. I kept wishing I had written 2 tricks on the poster instead of countless tricks. Play dead, Sparky, I said, and he did. Roll over, I said, and he didn't. Speak, I commanded. We all waited and waited. Speak, I said. Sparky looked at me. The only thing you could hear was the wind in the trees. He has a very pretty coat, doesn't he? Mrs. Edwin finally said. Well, she seems very nice, doesn't she? Oh no. You can't just invent a brand new pet like that, Mary told me. A pet no one's even had. My mother came out with lemonade and cookies, but everyone said they had to be going. Sparky and I watched them. Then my mother made me put away the chairs. Oh, she's sad. Afterward, I gave Sparky a cookie, but he ate it so slowly that I took it back again. It was getting dark out. I looked at him and he looked at me. You could hear all the neighborhood dogs barking. I reached over and tagged him on his claw. Tag. You're it, Sparky, I said. And for a long, long time, he was. The end.